and soon I'll start answering all of your questions about VR. I've had my VR YouTube channel up for over 5 years now, and for the past 2, VR has become my full-time gig. I'm experiencing new virtual reality games every single day, and I of course love checking out the latest hardware. So if you have any questions at all about this industry, stay tuned and I promise I'll give you some answers. As a reminder, if you have a direct question for me, please use @Mateo311 down in the chat when asking. And if you want to help support this channel, go click the thumbs up right now. Now the stream will be starting soon, but in the meantime, enjoy the montage.
If you're here, something has gone terribly wrong. Farah is fraught with danger. You'll need help to survive. Take these gauntlets. They'll enhance your strength and help you heal. They are one of my finest accomplishments. Having the gauntlets enables the use of a throwing shield. The shield can be used to protect yourself and to help you climb. And climb you must.
No one knows how old the city really is. For me, it's all I've ever known. My whole world. I was raised in this city's shadow. Free to take whatever I need to survive.
From the depths of Neverwinter Wood, 4 battle-marked heroes will find their courage tested.
You must protect me! It's vital I reach the elves or it'll be war!
We need to protect Lord Elmer somehow.
I think we need to team up here.
Wait, I have an oil flask. Didn't you want a fireball?
Hello everybody and welcome back. The live stream is about to begin momentarily, and soon I'll start answering all of your questions about VR. I've had my VR YouTube channel up for over 5 years now, and for the past 2, VR has become my full-time gig. I'm experiencing new virtual reality games every single day, and I have 3, 2, happy Friday. What's up guys? What's going on? The camera's over there. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just high on donuts today. How we living? Hola. Well, it's almost lunchtime, so maybe the baddies are hungry. Yeah, I hope so. Do you know what thought that puts into my head? I worked in New York City for 10 years. And whenever spring came, it was like a certain day in New York City. It's like every New York City girl was waiting for it. The first nice, warm spring day, they all have spring skirts. And it's just like, boom, every baddie's ready with their spring skirt. The first warm day, you walk outside for lunch in New York City, and it's just skirt central. Maybe times have changed, but that's what it was 10 years ago when I lived there. And I'd walk inside, and I'd see my boss. I'd be like, hey, it's skirt day. And he'd be like, yeah, I know. Weather's great. Let's go get lunch. Skorts? Skorts are those like skirt shorts? Those are before my time. Now we get bomb throwers. I hope no one's throwing bomb. Has the frame NDA finally expired? No, but they're in GDC. Hold on one sec. The camera tried to follow me. What are you doing, bro? Let me bring the camera back down. I'm over here, stupid. I have it set on fast because I was running around. Okay. So GDC is currently running, which I was supposed to be at, but I'm not at right now because life kicked me in the ass and fucked shit up, and I wasn't able to go. So instead, I'm here hanging out with you guys, which is just as cool, but I would love to hang out with people IRL. I'm seeing like the Ninja Turtles demo. I'm missing Adam Bombati. I saw her trying that. She's always cool because that's her neck of the woods. There's a lot of amazing people, mostly developers, to hang out with that I'm just, the camera respects my privacy. Relax, enjoy life. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. And thanks, everybody. I didn't do a sound off today, but thanks, everybody, for popping in nice and early. It means a lot to me. I do appreciate that. But yeah, so they're doing demos at GDC right now. And I'm going to be repeating what other people have said, basically, just to stay out of trouble. Our studio does have a Steam frame. I'm not at the studio. It's not in my hands. I don't have a Steam frame, but our studio does. But we are using it primarily to develop our game, not for fun and testing and game playing. So, happy Friday back to you guys too. All right, GDC was nice. Only went once. So I went to GDC last year and it was fantastic. I loved it. I personally love sitting down with someone, picking their brain, getting really passionate about topics, especially when I run into someone from a game I'm familiar with. It's weird if you saw a celebrity on the street, you wouldn't. I wouldn't. I mean, most people may. Oh, can I get a picture of someone? I don't know. I get a little cagey about that because they get it all the time, and I feel bad. But that's the price of fame. But when I see someone I see a Triangle Factory sweatshirt, I will tap the person on the shoulder and be like, do you work for Triangle Factory? 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be yes. Most people are wearing their own merch there. Poke them on the shoulder and just be like, I love your game. Hyper Dash is one of my favorite all-time VR shooters. You guys, how's it doing? And then they'll give you, you share information, you share about the passion. I'm there for it. I love it. And this year fucked me. So you can tell I'm happy today in general, but I'm feeling like just, crap about, I have FOMO and the weather turned the shit again and whatever. I got to fix my chair. I'm uncomfy. On that note, maybe I'll show some skin. Am I going to get in trouble on Twitch and YouTube if I show some skin? I went cupping again because I had a pretty bad trap injury. So I just had serious knots down my spine I could work out all day. Fine. Sleep? Nah, that F's me up. So I had 2 bad knots and they said my thoracic spine's really tight. Thoracic spine feels fine, but it was causing severe pain and muscle tightness all the way from my trap to my lat. I got needled and cuffed and all that stuff. Much better. Okay. We're using it for our game, not for fun. That's we're using it for business more than pleasure. Howdy, what's up, man? Thanks for jumping in. So, wow. I mean, you guys were there such a long time ago. Damn, got to get there now. I think the next, I'm definitely going to PAX East, but I doubt there's a single person here that's going to PAX East. Sorry, catching up with the chat. So, Arcane Age is fantastic. Highly recommend it. Definitely worth picking up. What platform are you on? Now, let's see what else is going on. So, you're worried the Valve frame won't come out with everything happening in the world. I mean, it's gonna come out. And here's the thing. It's mostly negatives when we look at this. But, right now, Steam, or Valve, rather, is sitting on... Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the other chat. Yes, it's a tool for us, not a toy. Okay, the Steam frame. Okay, but Valve is looking at this, and they're going to be more informed and obviously have more data and be more well-versed in this because they've released multiple hardware products and software products. They already have thousands upon thousands of units ready to go. But do they sell them now and, lose money in the long run? Do they wait a little bit and hope things stabilize, which it doesn't look like they're going to happen? Do they bump the price just a little bit and they said they don't want to take a hit. They said for this hardware, it has to be viable. That means the hardware cannot be subsidized and that it can pay for R&D for the next piece of hardware. That's what they want to do. So they're trying to find the best way they can make that happen. Now, it does suck for them, but it's not just them involved. So if you say, oh, it's going to come out so late, well, not really, because everything is getting pushed back. So we could expect a delay on PlayStation 6. We could expect a probably delay on Quest 4. Valve doesn't have the same pull and push as console makers that order in millions of units. They could end up selling 20, 25 million units in a year of a console. Valve doesn't have that pull. between all their hardware across the board, they're not going to be doing 20 million units. Maybe, I don't know, the controller might get us close to that number, but no, they're not doing it. So they don't have the same type of pull, but everyone's getting screwed by this. Yeah. Oh God, we got to get back into the game again, guys. It's been a while. I haven't showed you anything. Life just gets too busy. I swear my kids have not had one full week of school between holidays, snow days. This week is parent-teacher conference. That's why I'm not streaming at the right time. That's why I'm early. And then right after this, I'm going to drop a video I hope you guys will stick around for. Got a bootstrap video dropping that looks pretty damn awesome. And then on top of that, yeah, stick around and watch that. I don't know. On top of that, I got to pick up my kid early and it screws up the schedule and yada, yada, yada. That's what I was trying to say. It definitely won't bankrupt Valve. Yeah, but that's like... So it's way more than, oh, the company can afford to lose some money. What happens? I mean, they're private, so yes, that insulates them a lot more. But what happens when a company loses money? People get fired. People don't get raises. People don't get bonuses. It gets harder on everyone. So it's not just look at them as a company. Companies are made up of groups of people. So it is sad. So it's the last thing you want to do is screw up anyone else's life. The timing and everything sucks. Right now, we are in between 3 documentaries. There's 3 documentaries I need you guys to look up right now. If anyone knows how to clip this or they're smart and clip it on Twitch or whatever, clip this and send it to me because I have serious words of wisdom for you. Okay, so prepare the clip. Serious words of wisdom for you guys. There are 3 very important documentaries that you need to watch that'll explain what is going on with society right now. They're 3 documentaries. And they're all going to surprise you. You might have heard of them, you might not, but they're all extremely important in their own way. They all really document what's going on in society right now. So the first documentary came out, I don't know, at least 10 years ago. It's called Idiocracy. And it just shows the progression of evolution in this country, what we're headed for, kind of like a destabling of politics. It's really cool and surprisingly funny at times. So that's the first documentary you guys got to watch, Idiocracy. The second one that you guys have to watch was a engineering special about like how far we could push military robotics and what the result of that would be. And even it's about AI too. It's really cool. So we end up developing an AI that becomes self-aware. Obviously, that's what happens. But it builds military machines called Terminators, and then they start killing everyone and we die. So that is another documentary that actually, it's a future documentary. And then the other one that we're finding more information about that, really should be looked at, really open up people's eyes is The Matrix. So right now we are between those 3 documentaries, somewhere in that pie graph. We're somewhere in between those 3. That's where we're living. Yes, it's a documentary. Get rid of smartphones and people will start getting smart again. It's so funny because they have that name of smartphone. And they also have phone in the name. And that's what phones do the worst these days. When I grew up, yes, I had those shitty old rotary. I actually had one of those phones growing up. But yes, we got cooler and beep, 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 beep. But we had a phone you pick up. It rang on the other side. Like, if anyone was there, 99% of the time they answered it. No one let a phone just ring. That's obnoxious. They would answer the phone, and it was a clear line, no static. You didn't get disconnected. You didn't hear them well for a second, and then bad for another second. It was the same analog, decent quality from beginning to end. That's it. That was phone calls. Now my phone does phoning the worst, but does a million other things, like make me doom scroll and give me anxiety, makes me compare myself to other people. No, luckily, I'm a Zennial, so I grew up at the right time to be able to ignore all that nonsense and not have, FOMO from the internet. But it messes up people, and there's been a ton of studies done that it's caused anorexia, bulimia, all this messed up shit. We're done for. We are done. Uh-oh. Nightbot deleted your message. Oh, you got some of it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Links are not allowed. All right. DM me the link and I could get you permission too, but I appreciate that. Thank you. I totally forgot it was clipped. I let it go on for a little bit too long. So the push for huge data centers is nuts, but I don't want to stay on that topic. Let's just discuss VR for a hot minute here. So we got some information from GDC about the Steam frame, the Steam machine, the Steam controller, and it revolves around their verification process. And I'm probably doing a video on this soon. I don't know. I was going to do it earlier, but then I got busy, and Bootstrap is releasing right after this. Anyway, they have a verification program, and we got the specs on that. Now, before I'll tell you the specs, then we'll get back to my feelings on the verification program, or my trustworthiness in the verification program. So the specs, if we're looking at the Steam frame, if a game is going to run 2D on it, a flat game is going to run on the Steam frame, it has to run at least 30 frames per second, 720p to get the Steam frame certification that this game runs on that hardware. Now that's low end, 720 obviously. That's this day most people are playing everything in 1080. But yeah, that's low end. But with that amount of leeway, you could get something like The Witcher 3 to play, believe it or not, on the Steam frame. Based on all the, the metrics I've been looking at, even everything from win later to just raw, number crunching and stuff like that, you could get some solid older AAA games to run. You could like play something like Fallout, even like some modded Fallout in there. I probably want to go as far as Fallout VR, but Fallout 4 VR, because that's not going to do it. But that's flat games running. That's not super important to us. When it comes to VR games, basically, they need to run at 90 frames per second natively. That is like the demand to be certified, which is pretty good. When you think about it, though, some Quest games don't run at that. A lot of games do. And this leads us down a rabbit hole of how good Fex will be, Fex and Proton will be versus native development. And that's actually something we're looking into right now on our side. I can't talk about it much because I'll get slapped in the face and get in trouble. I can't go into much detail, but they even at GDC started talking about their recommendations, and Unity just came out with more, I guess, SDKs or whatever. I didn't look into it yet, but Unity just came out with their package for developing on Valve's new hardware. Now, I saw this include the controller and the machine and the deck. I don't think I saw it for the frame just yet. Now, recommendations for developing on the frame right now is develop as if you're developing on the Quest. That's like, until things change, that's the recommendation. I'm getting a phone call, which I will promptly hang up on. See? We don't answer phone calls anymore. Text me. 720 is more than enough. 720 is fine. I'm fine with that because, I mean, look at the Steam Deck itself. What is that? It's like 800p. Like, isn't it a weird number? 16 by 10? I can't remember. And I'm fine with that. When I play something like Hades 2, I can't see the super fine details, like icons over guys. That's hard. But, So this is another thing. Those are, I mean, when it comes to the Steam frame, it's just one specification. Oh, and your UI has to be legible and useful. So what does that mean? I think there's going to be a bunch of games like Super Hot, Vendetta Forever, Pistol Whip. I'm just trying to think what else off the top of my head. But there's going to be a lot of games that the native Steam version, Steam VR version, will probably run just fine on the headset. Maybe won't be enough to get verified, but will probably run pretty fine. I'm just trying to think, what between what I can say, what I know, and what won't be misleading here. So I used let's go this direction. I used in the thumbnail, will it run Half-Life Alyx? And people have answered this question already. So will it run Half-Life Alyx? No. Between Fex, Proton, any loss there, Proton loss is minimal. Fex, Proton, to be determined. Some games seem fine. but still to be determined. And FX is what makes the game a VR game compatible, an x86 Windows VR game compatible with the hardware inside of the frame. So we don't know how much we're losing there, but even without that loss, we're really off the edge of running Half-Life Alyx. However, I've stated this many times in the past, and I still believe this. If they were to make a modified version of Half-Life Alyx, certain tweaks and stuff, it would run on the frame. They can make a version without destroying the game. And I'm not like, it shouldn't be the difference between Asgard's Wrath and Asgard's Wrath 2. It shouldn't be that much of a downgrade. It should be significantly less. I think that's where we're at. Now, some people who have Steam frames in their hands and have tested it, and, you know, with that specific question in mind, a couple people have said, yeah, it doesn't run well enough. It doesn't run smooth enough as is, even if you go in and tweak the settings down. But there are certain post-processing features that just do not work on this hardware nice. So it could be as simple as just like some ini file editing to disable certain processing, post-processing features and stuff can instantly get you up to a playable frame rate. I'm not saying that's the case. Could also be textures are too large. So we just shrink down some textures and it fits in the RAM, but there's 16 gigs on that, so it wouldn't be that. Anyway, I'm just going through the different reasons of how you can get Half-Life Alyx to run on this headset. I believe you can. But as it is right now, between Proton, FX, and the hardware, and what people have said who have attempted it and said limited statements online, yeah. But like you guys said, what are the 1% lows? And that's really significant. I think that's more significant in VR. It's really significant for me in general because like I have a 50-90 here, but you still get occasional, 1% lows. And when my 1% lows go below 90 frames per second, I realize that my monitor, and we'll switch over here, guys, and I know I'm really, really blathering on, but if you guys have direct questions, just at Mateo311 me. But all right, yeah, this is not really centered, but okay. This monitor here on the bottom is 240 hertz. So is the top one. They are both, the top one is G-Sync. The bottom one is not. It's G-Sync compatible. It's not full G-Sync. So what ends up happening is the variable refresh rate, I just learned this recently, only kicks in between, I think it was a weird number, like 94 and 240. So it will only use variable refresh rate at that hertz. So if you have a game that's running under that, I end up running like at 60. So it might, you might be tapped out at that number, or it might, depending on what the game settings are, I might decide to use VSync and go to 60. It's software dependent. I don't have those things globally set because it's better per game. So when you're looking at that though, you're going to see like this huge variance. And when you see a huge variance, like a 30 FPS drop, it's immediately noticeable, and it's so much worse in VR. Do you think Blade and Sorcery will run on the frame? So Blade and Sorcery Nomad will, for sure. If you take the PC Blade and Sorcery version, run it through FX, I have not done this, but my personal opinion is it probably won't run well. It probably won't. Yeah, these are extra wide monitors. They are, the top ones are two 1440p 27-inch side by side they compare to, and the bottom is two 32 4K monitors side by side. And they just have the curve. It's a lot easier than having a 4-monitor setup. You play with a 4090? Yeah. I mean, that room has to be hot as F. Beef. We were talking about this the other day. Yeah, you know how much heat comes off my monitor. I have a heat gun. It's not down here. We could have hit spots. The monitor gets, I had to install an AC unit years ago because of that. In the summer, it gets hot as hell down here. And a lot of times, like you saw the second we started streaming, I took off my sweatshirt because I'm sweating balls. And obviously that's because I'm standing in front of these 240 hertz monitors. The monitors can pull in their current configuration under 400 watts. But if I turn on all the bells and whistles and brightness, they're 450, close to the 5. It's insane. Can't run mine at 140 and my 5090. It's awful. So there's like a lot of really weird things that are besides your GPU that are limiting factors. And lately these days, software is becoming a much bigger headache than it used to be. We see this like hardware becomes like super great, but there's never a match. Like if you remember when Crysis came out, can it run Crysis? Nothing could run Crysis. Nothing for the next 10 years ran Crysis. Now we can run Crysis off CPUs. The whole game off, without GPU power. There's some CPUs out there that can muscle through that game. But there was no matching. They future-proofed it, but like the future-proofing was exponential. Nothing was ever going to match that curve. When will you review the Pimax Dream Air? I don't know, man. I asked my manager to reach out a couple times. I would love to get my hands on one. I know they get upset with me a lot, but at the same time, they've sent me multiple broken headsets. They've kind of like wanted me to work like a beta tester. Our relationship is tentative, or my relationship with Pimax. It's up and down. Sometimes they're super friendly and like me, and then other times they're just like, ooh, you said mean things. We won't talk to you for 2 years. Oh, well, yeah, 140 hertz, 4K. Yeah, I mean, that's... You know what it is? Get good, beef. Stop. Oh, my 5090 can't run it at 140 hertz on Battlefield. Oh, wow. Oh, princess. Beef is my friend, guys. I'm not this rude to normal people. Any news on third-party shops for the frame? I got nothing. I mean, a lot of those people are scrambling right now. And unless like you run into them at a GDC or something, they're too busy to talk. If you could get like some of those people on the phone, yeah, I'm sure some of them will have information. Like, but who was it? One of the biggest third-party facial insert makers. I'm not big on facial inserts. I usually don't replace mine too often, but I don't think it was AMVR. I can't remember who it was, but they were reaching out to content creators and being like, hey, did you get a Quest 3 early? We really want to make facial inserts. We're not getting anywhere with Meta. Can we come over and scan it? Can you mail it to us? And they had to make them based on like measurements and stuff and like no testing. Their first run, it was good, believe it or not. But they were making their first run without like physical hardware to test it with. It was nuts. Steam frame only needs a top strap for the roto puck. Technically, you don't even need a top strap for the roto. Well, what I did was I used Velcro because I also have the Play for Dream, and the Play for Dream doesn't have a top strap, so I just used Velcro and stuck it on there. And I have Velcro on one of mine. One of my pucks has Velcro on the bottom, not this one. So that's what I did, and I just put Velcro on my other headsets. It looks a little goofy, but it works. But I don't know. They sent me extra pucks. I have a question specific to the frame. Shoot. Guys, reminder, I'm here to answer your questions. I do ramble a ton, though. So if you just do @Mateo311 or @Gaming with Mateo311 in the chat, when you have direct question, I'll do my best to answer you. So shoot. Price. We ain't got it. The second the AI apocalypse ends and Skynet takes over, we'll either all be dead or have a price. Okay? How does the dual action grip work? Is there an option to use an index style capacitor grip or only or rely on the buttons? I can't say just yet. One, I'm not 100% sure, and two, I'm not sure if I could say. So just to reiterate, guys, GDC is giving out demos now, but I don't know exactly what they're showing off because I'm not there. Have spoken to some people, but everything would be via game of telephone. So I don't want to, I don't want to say anything I'm not allowed to say. I don't want to say anything that's incorrect. So I'm just trying to, be careful here, not get myself or anyone else in trouble. But yeah, they're starting to show them off. The one comment that everyone has said is it is the lightest and most comfortable headset they've ever used, which I know results will vary on that, but the Index was heavy as shit and still to this day one of my favorite, most comfortable headsets. So I think in that department, ergonomics, I think they're going to deliver very solid across the board like they did with the Index. When the Index came out, was it the craziest, most insane headset? No, it wasn't. Was it my favorite for the longest time? Yes. Yes, it was. So close to release really just comes down to it. If the market wasn't stupid right now, I'd probably have one on hand. I'd probably have each of the items on hand by now if the market wasn't berserk. That's where we're at. If the RAM situation wasn't effed up and the world wasn't berserk, we would probably have it. I would, not everyone, but some people would have it on hand. We'd probably be talking about them, we'd be playing with them by the end of the month. That's where we would have been. And the only reason why we're not is because if let's say you have, let's keep things simple, 100 cars, and they're really nice new cars that people are excited about. And guess what? You plan to sell them in March, but all of a sudden the price changed. All the price of the parts changed overnight. And now your car that should sell for 100 is really more like 150. But you don't think people will pay 150. So you're just looking desperately for either the environment to change or some other way you can still sell these without taking a hit. And that's where they're, simplified terms, that's what's going on right now. The final controllers, I don't know if the controllers match the printed ones, but I think they're pretty close. That STL file was right. I just don't know if it was sized right. And I didn't put them next to each other. Like, that's something that I wouldn't be able to know from memory. I would not know from memory for that. Like, if you asked me which are the biggest VR controllers or how much bigger, like, I would say the biggest are Wands, then Pico, PlayStation, then Quest controllers. That's me guessing on size based by memory. Am I right? I don't know. If you can afford the Roto Chair, yes. I love it. I love it. I use it all the time because I'm a lazy, tired old man. No, like at night when I want to play and I don't want to get all sweaty and I want to sit down, it's great for seated VR. I do like the feel of it twisting you around. It does add some immersion. It has tons of great features. It's just expensive. So if you're an enthusiast, yes. If you're not, I like it. It's just hard for me to say, go out and spend $500. Do you think HLI would run with foveated renderings? Okay. So Butterbread, there's a little misunderstanding here. So they have, with foveated rendering, you're saying, rather than foveated streaming. So if they use foveated rendering inside the head, I don't know. I don't think it'll give you the boost you really need, especially at lower resolutions, to get it to a playable state. I don't think it's there. I think it's more a matter of peeling back a few post-processing features, just peeling them off, and maybe lowering some textures, texture size. Obviously, I don't know. I've not dove into the engine itself. I'm not versed enough or knowledgeable enough to see what is actually pulling it down. If I would address it like the old school IT manager, support specialist that I am, I'm just going to go down the list. I know these things cause performance issues. Let's pull them off completely, if possible, from the back end, go there one by one and find out which ones give us the biggest performance boost, and then go with that and find the acceptable area. I think that can definitely be done. I'm very confident that can be done. Now, foveated streaming doesn't matter because it's coming from your PC. So that's why I cut that out from the beginning. Foveated streaming, yes, performance boost. Yes, you could already use it on virtual desktop. But that's when you're PC streaming. So I cut that out. Foveated rendering traditionally doesn't give you much more boost than fixed foveated rendering at those lower resolutions. When you get into higher resolutions, to my knowledge, if I'm wrong about this, I apologize, but to my knowledge, the higher the resolution, the better it scales. And this makes sense. The better it scales with eye-tracked foveated rendering. Can we start a petition? Now, this one's really serious. Can we start a petition to get the X button moved to the same location on every controller? Let's follow me for the greatest tragedy. My watch is telling me to stand up. Follow me for the greatest gaming tragedy. I'm gonna put some equipment on so we can walk and talk. And this is gonna be a prop-driven representation of the biggest tragedy. Why can't I say tragedy today? Look at this multitasking skill I got going on. Plug this in the wrong spot. Plug this over here. Spill stuff. Spill stuff. No. All right, emergency. We'll be right back. Hey, guys. I apparently had to take a break. I don't know what it is. Maybe I had to go to the bathroom. Maybe my doorbell rang. Maybe the dog's barking. It's one of those things. I'm sorry. I promise I'll be back soon. I'm sure I'm going to put something really entertaining on the screen to occupy you guys while I'm gone. Or even better, maybe go ahead and open up a second window and check out one of my latest videos while you're waiting for my return. Isn't this way better than standard hold music? So thanks for your patience, guys, and I promise I'll be back soon. I'm sure something extremely important must have come up. Hey guys, I apparently had to take a break. I don't know what it is. Maybe I had to go to the bathroom. Maybe my doorbell rang. Maybe the dog's barking. It's one of those things. I'm sorry. I promise I'll be back soon. I'm sure I'm going to put something really entertaining on the screen to occupy you guys while I'm gone. Or even better, maybe go ahead and open up a second window and check out one of my latest videos while you're waiting for my return. Isn't this way better than standard hold music? All right, we survived. We survived. It's not beer, man. I'm drinking ginger ale. Give me a break. It's 12 o'clock. I'm not drinking a beer at 12 o'clock. I don't drink much at all. So first we got toilet paper, which didn't cut it. And then I ran and got a paper towel. We spilt ginger ale on my Go XLR, but it slid off the side. I think we're 100% safe. Oh, if there's double audio right now, I apologize. Hello. If I sounded weird, that's what was wrong with it. Okay, we're going to walk around. Hey. Hi. Hey, guys. That was fun. Yeah, I just leave toilet paper next to my desk in case I accidentally shit myself during the day. You guys don't do that? You guys are poop free all day? What are you, some rich bastards? No, you don't have to keep a little. All right. Before the internet thinks this real, I'm just being stupid. Okay, I'm going to shut this. And we're going for a walk. Now, we're going to talk about the greatest, I cannot say that word. Something bad in VR gaming. It's a tragedy. It's a tragic history. Okay. Where is the X? Oh, so the X should be on the bottom. Cool. Where is the X? Oh, so the X should be on the left side. That's where the X is. Okay, cool. I think I got it, guys. I think I got it, but wait a second. There's no X on this one. Wait, now there's an X on my left hand? And it's on the bottom? And don't make me go find my Switch. Do they even have an X? Oh, look. Oh, it's on the bottom right side. Okay. This is an effing joke. This is why QuickTime events became, like, for people who jump between different platforms, QuickTime events are the worst thing ever made. But yeah, it's a tragedy. Hey, we're walking. We might as well go. The X is in the center of the oh my God, guys. Now the X is in the middle. I can't do it anymore. My old school controllers. I use them on my arcade. Yeah, so let's walk over here. I hope this light doesn't blind you guys. Okay, yeah, so I talked about how I used to use a camera up there because, you know, it's a better angle and stuff when I'm over here. But this is fine. Look, I don't need the extra camera. And I've shown you guys that I put this on a mount that is disconnectable, and it's actually technically wireless, but I am using it wired now for a better performance. But I want to look into the wireless, why it was giving me some issues, because I have a great Wi-Fi 7 network in the house. So hey, we're over here. Hi, I'm zoomed in too much, but my other channel that I'm working on with my daughter hasn't been going super well. No one's buying our 3D models, to be expected, because we're not doing anything special. And we haven't been able to print in a while because... Okay, let's switch mics. We haven't been able to print a while because I was printing all on resin. And that obviously got too cold in the garage and we couldn't keep printing. Looks like a mess over here. So I got the Elegoo Century Carbon 2. I just picked it up, really liking it. So, I mean, this is not painted yet, but we're going to be doing like full, because we're not doing anything special now, we're going to do like full dioramas. I think I'm going to pull out my D&D campaign that I made 10 years ago and make the scenes from the campaign I made. So, like, I mean, this is late in the game, and this is just something I want to make for fun, but I have like an army of dragons, and this one right here is just huge. I have a whole family of dragons from hatchling all the way up to a colossal red, and the colossal red is the one I've shown off. It's super nice painted, and I'm gonna make like a lava floor gravel landscape. I just got a big bag of sand. I think I can make this whole diorama with all the painted. There's gonna be one really nice painted dragon, and the rest are gonna be painted, but they're gonna be PLA. One resin, like 6 PLA, and then a whole board. And I could probably sell that at a nice profit for like $60. Okay. Planning on UV resin. I haven't messed with it. I would love to. That'd be sick. It's a good idea. You know, you got me to look. I go down every rabbit hole. And now that it's warm again, I could definitely start printing. And well, we had fake spring in Connecticut. This happens like once a year. It was 75 for like 2 days, and now it's 40 again. Oh, so speaking of D&D, did you play Solasta? I was watching it in bed last night, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll play that when I wake up tomorrow. And it's like, bitch, you're too busy. You got shit to do. I am still playing Hades 2 like it's crack, and I can't stop. Like, whenever I have a free minute, I play that game. It's just, I have to 100% it now because I can't move on until, like, I 100% it. I'm stuck. I started Hogwarts Legacy, and I've been playing that in UVR. I just did hours upon hours of Bootstrap Island. We're going to do a video of that. Stick around. When we end, at I'm ending in 15 minutes today, guys. Sorry. But when we end, I'm launching the Bootstrap video. I'm hoping you guys will jump over and check it out. Bootstrap Island is a must-play for any survival fan. Oh, UV resin. UV resin, it just cures. Yeah, so I have a curing station and everything in the garage. So the PLA printer is over here, which I'm loving it. I'm loving the software. I'm loving the setup. I've been printing a bunch of stuff. My brother does RC cars. He actually just started a YouTube channel. He's like 8-9 years older than me. You think I'm a geek? So, and not like geeky. He's just like old man. Anyway, he's doing RC cars, and I've been printing, you know, because he paints them and he does a lot of work. And, you know, I didn't know how damn good he was till I started watching his videos. But he just started making the videos, and I'm printing custom bodies and stuff for him right now. You're 100% looking forward to jump back in the Bootstrap, man. It is. Bootstrap is one of a kind. They really push those mechanics. I met them at Gamescom, and I was like, you know, I know everyone's making a big deal about your game. It's really cool. It's just not my style. I'm not a survival fan, but I appreciate what you did. It's beautiful. And I played it in front of them, and they were busting my chops like, it's getting late. And I'm like, yeah, so this, like, you're on an island. I'm like, this island's beautiful. It's got coconuts. I'm chilling. Like, So the game kicks it up a notch. It takes some surprising turns. It even, I feel like it even trolls you. What channel? Channel question mark. Are you talking about my my D&D stuff? I don't know about the timing. D&D Mini Makers is our channel. It's me and my daughter. This one came out not bad. But so yeah, so we're going to do like Because right now, like, oh, my brother's channel. Oh, sorry, I'm not following. I told him to change the name. So let's all make fun of my brother. It is CC Stud Muffin. And Oni, I got the Elegoo Century Carbon 2. So CC, literally, he goes by my... Oh, okay. I must have effed up my keyboard when I got it wet, but it's working now. Okay. CC Stud Muffin on YouTube. I know. He won't change it. I'm going to get his site. And we can make fun of him. So we'll go CC Stud Muffin. I'll get a link. I was actually helping him manage. I can't even find it. Oh, because I can't spell stud. There he is. This is one of his late Italians. Jesus. Forget about it. Yeah, there's Christopher. And talk about Italians. Christopher. But I think so. Like, I was helping him, kind of showing him the drill with, like, just a little bit. Not like I'm some YouTube pro, but I can make a living out of YouTube. But yeah, let's do something. Display right side. Hey guys. Hey. So now the resin printer is also Elegoo. The resin printer is the Elegoo Saturn 4K Ultra. I was trying to remember which planet it was. Love the Yankee accent. Forget about it. All right, so yeah, so this is my brother's stuff. I should probably zoom in a little bit more, but anyway. God, let's see this key. We'll do it in theater mode. We'll turn some sound on. Oh yeah, yeah, gotta love commercials. Come on, let's go. Another one. Jesus, I can't afford to pay for commercials. There's my brother. So there's just some. We don't need to listen to him. But look at that paint job, man. He does some pretty good work. That loser. All right, that's enough of that nonsense. But yeah, he started that because that's his hobby, and he was like, I was like, yeah, listen, get a hobby, get it on paper at least. Start the YouTube channel. At least you're working on a tax write-off. Save a few bucks a year, but go for it. Yeah, he's a loser. You gotta call him. He's my brother. Whoa, your brother looks like your dad, like he's your dad old. We're 8 years apart, man. Respect the arm day. My brother's got a very different build than me. He's also a big boy, and he's probably, well, for most of his life, he was a lot bigger than me. But my brother has, like, he's got the T-Rex build. He's got short arms. So when you have short arms, you end up like with a barrel chest. But he was built like a barrel because his belly was always as big as his chest. So he was just built like a barrel. So he had like those old school grandma, like slabs of prosciutto arms. Like the big leg of prosciutto that you see behind glass. That's what the arms look like. Grandmas and beefy Italian men. That's what their arms look like. And then he had a barrel for a chest. He's much skinnier now. He's a lot skinnier than that video too. And he's healthy. That's all that matters. But he only looks so much older than me because he went gray. And I'm not. I mean, I do dye my beard, I will admit. But if you guys watch, I don't dye it often. You'll see when it's starting to get gray, and then I put a little color back in it. I don't dye my hair. I'm lucky enough with that. But he went gray, and it sucks. And that's the only thing really making him look older. Built for wrestling. Mario Luigi cosplay. We're both short, though. We can't do the Mario Luigi. Beefy Italian. So the beefy Italian grandmas, this comes from working the dough and stuff. I'm telling you, my grandma had the beefiest arms ever. Just working the dough, working flour, all that stuff. And they don't like, if you ask like a 17-year-old kid, oh, help me cook, and you give them a few chores, they're like, oh, this is so tiring, I can't. And that's because they're not used to it. Like they've been doing, like if you ask a grandma to game for 7 hours straight, they're going to fall asleep at the keyboard and drool on it and die. But, you ask a teenager to do 10 minutes of, preparing food, they act the same way. And it's because your body's not used to it. That's one of the main parts. Kneading dough is hard work. I know. My dad used to make thousands of cookies for no reason. Every Christmas, my dad would make thousands of cookies, make a tin, and give them to everyone. I mean, we had a wall with tins of cookies just stacked up. And he would probably make 10,000 cookies every Christmas. And how he did this was his child slave labor. It was kind of like it was handled like the Manhattan Project. Me and my brothers were all separated. We weren't 100% sure of what we were exactly doing, but we knew our task and we had to do it right or we would get caught and have to start over. And now the former heads have come back and said, hey, let's try and rebuild the project. Let's remake those cookies. Nope. The instructions are in shorthand and we only have bits and pieces of information. So we've only been semi-successful in the reproduction so far. Bread making machines. Here's the thing that's kind of weird and kind of funny. I'm really, really big, and so is pretty much everyone now, on anything that makes your life easier. So like throwing dough in a kneading machine and having it kneaded for you is really nice. But that's good for like most people. But when you really start caring about the food you make and like it's something you enjoy making, you will notice every subtle change you make and the impact it has on the food. So you're like, ew, I'm not going to throw that in a dough machine because the texture's wrong. It's a level of appreciation you can only have if you do something constantly. Anything else, like baseball players, you hand them the wrong bat, they're going to know right away. That's not my bat. Anything else, like a hockey player giving the wrong skates, and it becomes something you're so used to that you feel it more than anyone else. Yeah, kids are there. Kids are there for our slave labor, apparently. The family recipes, man. They are on index cards that started white and are now manila colored. So that yellowish grossness, that's what they're at. And then on top of that, they are like shorthand with stains all over them. Like and they don't have real instructions. Add a pinch of salt. Like my dad always used to go, hey, grab the flour. Or put some in my hand. How much? Just put it in my hand. And okay. Oh, stop. And that's how he made the cookies and stuff. Okay? He'd look at the dough and know if it needed more or less flour. That's pretty much. It's not like achieving a level. Like, I mean, I barbecue quite often. I enjoy it because once you hit 40, you either have to like play golf all the time or start smoking meat, or it's just rules of getting old. So one of the rules of getting old that I decided, I said, well, golf, nah, not for me. My back's already wrecked and I'm short and whatever. So I was looking around and I was just like, all right, I guess smoking meat, I love smoked meat. That's delicious. So I have the whole barbecue set up in the background, and that's what you have to do when you're an adult, a male in your 40s. It's just part of the rules. So I did it. I chose meat smoking, and it's pretty awesome. Oh, no, I didn't say anything about being in bad shape at 41. I mean, I'm 44, and I feel like I'm in good shape. Round is a shape now. Come on, man. Smoking the meat is fun, or just barbecuing and stuff like that. It's just cool. It's a habit we get into because we can. Like, there's not a ton of hobbies for older men to get into. Composting, bread making, 3D printing. You have some lame hobbies, bro. I thought we were friends. I'm in good shape. That shape just happens to be round. I mean, listen, especially if you're someone, I'm a gym rat. I lived in the gym like my whole life. So I've spent the last 20 something years in the gym. And you look at yourself too much and you never think you look good. I know I'm in better shape than average, and half the time I hate the way my body is. And like I said, my body's significantly better than average. And the people with average bodies probably don't think of themselves at all. Green egg guy over here. Strict carnivore. Why green eggs? Do you just overcook them until they're green? Because I know when you hard boil eggs and overcook them, they turn green. What? Green eggs? Green eggs and ham? I couldn't do the carnivore diet. It just wasn't for me. I enjoyed taking big craps, and yeah, there's no fiber in carnivore. Also, carnivore is really good for what's called fiber is really, really good for like my genetic conditions. So yeah, I'm not gonna cut it out. Perfect body, never been in the gym. Ooh, perfect for you, maybe. Okay. And that's another thing. It's subjective. You know, like, yes, there are some people who are significantly more attractive and in better shape than others, where the vast majority of people will go, yeah, that's a good looking person. But if you look at like celebrities, some people will be like, oh, Angelina Jolie's ugly, or, you know, whatever example. Some people, oh, Brad Pitt does nothing for me. Who, like, there's a couple. Oh, yeah. This one. Oh, my God. I might lose all credibility here, but Sydney Sweeney, nothing for me. She does nothing for me. Zero. Now, that could change over time. I forget what she was in I was watching, that I started liking her more a little bit, but most things she's in, not only is it terrible, I don't like her as an actress, I don't like her appearance, though. And that's not, like, I'm not calling her ugly, I just saying she does nothing for me personally. So that's one. And the other one that people used to love and go on and on about was Alexandra Daddario. I respect her and love her as an actress. She grew on me a lot in certain things, but she's pretty. I don't think anyone could say she's ugly. For her, I definitely don't see the attractiveness appeal. People were going crazy about her all the way back in, she was in like one episode of that HBO show with the cops. Anyway, doesn't matter. Some kind of inverse reaction to me where someone approaches Barbie. What does that say? Oh. Yeah, when someone approaches Barbie, they're less interested. But then how do you feel about Sabrina Carpenter? Because I'm very mixed on Sabrina Carpenter. I liked her, you know, because she used to be in Girl Meets World, which was the spinoff of Boy Meets World, and my daughter used to watch that. I thought she was fine on that show. She wasn't the lead. I actually liked the leading actress. I thought she's very talented. She eventually made it onto Snowpiercer. But Sabrina Carpenter, like, I don't know how I feel about her because she's so young, so Barbie-esque, so, like, little, and she's so sexualized, it makes me uncomfortable. It really does. It makes me very uncomfortable, especially because she has a younger audience. And I get that. Every artist is big on sex, every rap song, everything. And it's a vibe. I feel it. I get into it. I'm cool with the art itself. I just don't know how it makes me feel around her because of, you know, her stature, her age, her everything. But I'm an old man. So like I said, very subjective. Oh, crazy. True Detective is the show. Thank you, guys. Crazy Eyes. I want to talk about Crazy Eyes. Ella Purnell. I listen, I'm giving the entire internet all the ammo in the world. I genuinely do not like British women. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. To my girl Tiggy out there, Tigress, you're fine. I like you. You're cool. I like this will ever get back to you. But I don't like, I've always joked that like Britain is my least favorite country. I don't like the food. I don't like the culture. The people are okay, but they're dry. British people are awesome. They're funny as fuck. Their dry humor is great. There's a time and a place for it. I can't deal with it all the time. Your weather does suck. The food, whatever. Okay, but it's like kind of like a persona. But I don't know what it is. There's something about British women that tend to like, British actresses that there's a ton of beautiful ones that I really love and respect, but I don't know what it is. I got like that. It's just a reminder that they're British. But Ella Purnell is, again, I get uncomfortable with how young she looks. I was just watching Sweetie Pie. She looks so young. They joke about her looking like a boy. But those eyes, man, and she's so good in Fallout. That's amazing. It's built-in snobbery. If it is built-in snobbery, I apologize. sorry. You know, at least I'm truthful with myself and up close. It's their teeth, isn't it? It could be. It could just be like a joke that kept being repeated to me as a kid. And it's stuck in there. And some part of my brain feels like it's real. It's really weird when you have like vibes, underlining feelings that you can't logically understand why. That's weird, but it's there. And my vibes are usually on. You know what it is? I know what it is. I got it. See, I'm getting there. It's the UK party girl vibe that was represented on those reality shows like, oh, what's the one where they all go to an island and party and then they're not allowed to touch each other? Love Island or something? I don't think it's Love Island. It's the one where they have an Alexa wannabe, like be their blocker. So it's that one right there. I'm just trying to remember what show it was. And I think just the idea of that the British party girl gets under my skin. I think that's what it is. Maybe the Spice Girls too. A little bit. Spice Girls get under my skin a little bit too. Mel B annoys me. Yep, there it is. That Spice Girls all comes back to the Spice Girls. Do I have any people still watching after this nonsense? Guys, all right, we're going to go into something important here. I hope you guys are still here. If you're still here hanging out, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. There's important stuff coming. Kilobyte, what up? We're about to end the stream, but we got something important happening. I don't want you guys to go anywhere. Hugs and kisses and yada, yada, and stuff. Don't go anywhere. Chill. Okay? Just us old guys complaining over here. I'm going to be dropping the video for Bootstrap Island. And guys, I'm very happy with the way this video came out. Different than my normal style. It's more of a gameplay video, but I wanted to show off the game because it's a one-of-a-kind kick-ass game. So I'm going to drop that in the chats. I hope you guys will go check it out now. And then I'm going to sound off and say goodbye. But let me make that video live, and then you guys could hopefully check it out. I appreciate it. It's a great game. If you have any interest in survival games, I highly recommend you check it out. I'm making that game go live, that video go live right freaking now, and I will get you guys a link. And then I got to go pick up my kid. I got to leave right now. We're posting. Here's the link, guys. I hope you guys go check it out. Thank you for supporting me today. Sorry again for the screwy time that I can't keep my schedule on right, but go check out the video. It's definitely worth it. $25, the amount of polish and awesomeness in this game. Honestly, really, really recommend you guys go check it out. And that was today's stream, guys. Sorry about the schedule. Thank you guys for allowing me to do this. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you enjoy these live streams, thumbs up, leave some comments. For whoever clipped the video for me, please DM me. I'd appreciate it. And you guys are awesome. Stay cool. Check out my links if you guys are looking for discounts. Bootstrap Island is actually on sale for, it's got a discount for a limited time. So you get it for like $22 right now. So, all right, guys. Peace out. Bye. This is when I hit stop. Yeah. No, I hit end screen. And that was today's stream, guys. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you. You guys mean the world to me. I hope I did a good job answering all of your questions. And if you want to help support me, the easiest ways are always to leave a comment, throw a thumbs up, subscribe, or if you're one of those crazy people who likes to burn money on me, why not use one of my affiliate links for a discount on some accessories? Maybe become a Patreon or YouTube member. And finally, I have a merch shop with items that no one has ever bought before. Again, thanks for hanging out, guys. And of course, I'll see you on next time.